Hello, this is Christine. I'm a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and this is the first of my two class cards for the February Paper Pumpkin. So this is the Sunshine and Smiles Paper Pumpkin kit from February 2003. Super cute spring themed kit. I love it. And what I like to do, sorry, I forgot my specs. What I like to do in my classes is to make two cards based on the stamp set and based on the kit, but not using contents of the kit, so that it gives you ideas on stuff you can do once you've used up your kit supplies. So these are the cards in the kit. The kit makes 9 cards, and you'll be left with a stamp set and a Mango Melody ink spot. So I've got the ink pad, which is what I'm using. So this card is a Joy Fold card, fun fold. So it opens this way and then out this way. So I've cut everything, and if you're one of my subscribers, you've received your kit. In your envelope, you've got 2 clouds. These were punched with the cloud punch. Then we've got a basic white, piece of basic white, a piece of fresh freesia that was die cut with the stitched rectangles dies. Then we've got some designer series paper from the Dandy Designs designer series paper. That is only available during Celebration, which finishes on the 28th of February. And then we've got Pale Papaya. So the card base measures 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, and scored at 2 3/4. And then we've got a smaller piece of Pale Papaya that is 8 by 3, scored at 4. So this is a very simple card. It's got a lot of components, but it's a very simple card to make. So I'm going to fold my card base and make that fold nice and crisp. Use my bone folder to do that. And then I'm going to fold the front piece back on the score line. And it's giving me a little grief. There we go. So what's going to happen is it folds this way and then pulls out. And then this piece is kind of that top piece. So I'm just going to score that fold as well. Burnish that scored line as well. And that's all our pieces. So I'm a big fan of kind of getting things out of the way that I don't need right now. So we're going to do some gluing, and then we'll do some stamping. So I'm going to use my liquid glue, and this piece of designer series paper is 8 by 5 1/4, and it goes on the inside, as you've probably guessed. So I'm just centering that in. There we go. And then I've got another piece which measures 2 1/2 by 4. So that goes on the front. Whoopsies. Trying to keep the glue off the spaces it shouldn't go. There we go. So I did the inside piece first so that I can line up my paper to the same line on the bottom, and it just looks more put together. So it continues on kind of. All right, then we've got our other piece. So first the purple goes down. I like the contrast with those 2 colors. So it's counterintuitive because this is kind of opening the wrong way, but but that's how this goes. All right, now before we do any more, we'll do our stamping. So we're gonna stamp the sun, and on one of the clouds, I'm gonna put a sentiment as well. And I'm gonna do this. I'm sorry for my arm reach. I forgot to take out my dimensionals and I'm gonna need those. So grabbed those while I was thinking of it. So I'll start with my sun, and I'm gonna put that in the top left corner. Nice firm press down on that. If you're having any issues with your stamps not picking up the ink quite right, just test it out on a, scrap paper, and then clean off your stamp really good with your chamois or a wipe, and then try again, and that should do it. Sometimes there's a film on the stamps. Right, and I really like the You Brighten My Day. It fits nicely there. There's also Wishing You Sunshine and Smiles would work really well. Maybe I'll do that. Switch it up. That'll fit nicely on our cloud as well. Oh, very nice. And that's it for the stamping for this one. So I'm just gonna put my ink away before I stick my fingers in it. Now this piece goes directly onto there. So I'm just gonna use some liquid glue to put that down. I like the way the rectangle stitching kind of is accentuated by putting this piece in. Oopsies. There you go. If you have any questions or want my measurements, just let me know, and I can put those in the video description or send them to you. So I'm going to put this cloud down first. Oh, actually, oopsies. I wanted to put it a little bit higher so that my other one's lower. There we go. And they're clouds, so it doesn't have to be perfectly lined up or perfectly straight. But I wanted to kind of have two tiers. And I'm using, oops, dimensionals on the back of this so that it just pops up a bit more. And there you go, wishing you sunshine and smiles. So the last step is I'm gonna line it up so that I kind of get a sense of where is my center. And what's nice about using a patterned paper like this is I can kind of have a visual of where that's gonna go. And then I'm gonna put I'm gonna put glue on the back. And stick that on. And once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to, am I happy with this placement? I don't think so. Yeah, once I'm happy with it, I'll just press it down. And there we go. So what's nice with the pale papaya is it's nice and easy to write on. You can always add some white on there There's also this white space or clear space if you wanted to write extra. So it's a really fun design. So I hope you like this one. And thank you for watching. And please let me know if you have any questions in the comments.